Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. There's some intriguing buzz swirling around the NFC East, especially when it comes to the Washington Commanders. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the Commanders' backfield and significantly boost their chances of making a deep playoff run this season. And no, I'm not talking about just a minor addition. We're talking about a move that could truly change the entire complexion of the team's offense. The name in the mix, Joe Mixon from the Houston Texans. Yes, you heard that right. The whispers, fueled by insider reports from Diana Rossini, suggest that the Texans, sitting comfortably at 6-3 and with a manageable cap hit of just about $4 million, are exploring the idea of shipping out Mixon in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. The focus for Houston: cap space and roster flexibility, especially as they look to rebuild their secondary and make room for extensions for their key players like C.J. Stroud, who's already making waves this season. The Texans are prioritizing their cap situation, especially with the looming $200 million extension for Stroud, which is going to hit their books hard, around $12 million for this year alone, and they need to free up some cash to keep their young QB happy and secure. Meanwhile, the Commanders, sitting at 3-7 and fighting to stay afloat in a competitive NFC East, are desperately seeking a spark. Their backfield has been decimated by injuries, with Austin Eckler sidelined on IR due to a seasonal injury, and Brian Rodriguez's status uncertain with an ankle issue. The team has been struggling to establish a consistent ground game, averaging just 3.9 yards per carry, well below the league average, and that's holding back their offense. The addition of a proven Pro Bowl caliber back like Mixon could be exactly what they need to turn things around. Now, why Mixon? Well, for starters, he's a dynamic running back with a track record of making an immediate impact. His profile is impressive. In 2025, he played 10 games, rushing 180 times for 820 yards and 4.6 yards per carry, averaging over 82 yards per game and tallying 7 rushing touchdowns. He's also a reliable receiver out of the backfield, with 25 catches for 210 yards, and he's shown the ability to make big plays, including an 8.4-yard average per reception and an additional touchdown through the air. Over his career, Mixon has accumulated 800 carries for more than 500 yards and 65 rushing touchdowns, along with a solid 86.5 grade from PFF. He's been to 3 Pro Bowls and is known for his YAC, yards after contact, of about 4.5 yards per attempt, along with a positive EPA, expected points added, per rush of plus 0.26. He's had some moderate injuries, including missing 2 games with a knee issue, but overall, he's a durable and versatile back when healthy. What makes this trade so appealing for the Commanders? Well, first off, Mixon's success rate of about 70% on rushing plays shows he's efficient and reliable, especially in a team that needs to improve its ground attack. His presence could elevate Washington's rushing yards from around 110 yards per game to over 150 yards, which is a massive upgrade. That kind of ground game would open up even more opportunities for play-action passes, especially when paired with a talented receiver like Jahan Dotson or Terry McLaurin. It would also help sustain drives, leading to longer time of possession, which is crucial for a team trying to control the clock and keep opposing offenses off the field. The stats suggest that Mixon could be a perfect fit with the Commanders' current roster and offensive philosophy. His success rate of 70% on runs would be among the top in the league, and that would translate into more sustained drives and fewer 3-and-outs. The team's third-down conversion percentage could see an increase from around 32% to nearly 48%, which is a game-changer in terms of offensive efficiency. This kind of improvement would help the Commanders keep their defense rested and fresh, especially given they've been giving up around 28 points per game, but could see that number come down as their offense sustains longer drives. Adding Mixon would also have a tangible impact on the team's overall statistics and chances of making a playoff push. Projected numbers show that his addition could give Washington an extra 0 rushing yards over the remainder of the season. That would push their ground yards per game from about 110 to over 150, making their offense much more balanced and unpredictable. With a stronger running game, the Commanders could see their third down conversion rate jump from 32% to nearly 48%, allowing them to sustain more drives and keep the chains moving. This would be especially valuable in close games or when facing tough defenses like the Eagles or Cowboys. Furthermore, the impact on the team's overall time of possession would be significant. Currently, they average around 27 minutes per game, but with Mixon's ability to reliably pick up tough yards, that number could rise to 31 minutes or more. That's a huge advantage, as it keeps opposing offenses off the field and gives the defense a chance to rest and regroup. Reducing turnovers is another key point. The Commanders have been turning the ball over about 1.6 times per game, which is a bit high. With a more secure and productive back like Mixon, that number could drop to around 1 or even less. All of these factors combine to make him a serious game changer. Now, what about the playoff implications? Well, this move could be a real X factor come postseason. In the past, Mixon has shown he can perform under pressure, much like he did against the Colts in 2024 when he rushed for 140 yards and scored a touchdown, boosting the NFC's overall wins by around 15%, with a projected increase in playoff success, especially against divisional rivals like the Eagles, is not out of the realm of possibility. His presence in the backfield would make the Commanders' offense much more unpredictable and dangerous, giving them a fighting chance in high-stakes games. Of course, we have to consider the broader context. The Texans are making strategic moves, freeing up cap space to extend C.J. Stroud and bolster their roster for the future. The Commanders, on the other hand, are in a bit of a win-now mode, trying to salvage their season and build a foundation for the next few years. Bringing in Mixon would be a bold statement that the team is all in on making a playoff push, and it could motivate the players and fans alike. In the end, this potential trade is about more than just adding a talented running back. It's about shifting the momentum, creating a more explosive and balanced offense, and giving the Commanders the tools they need to compete at the highest level. With Mixon's proven track record, his ability to elevate teams like the Bengals, and his fit within Washington's offensive scheme, fans should be excited about what this move could mean. It's not just a trade, it's a possible turning point for the franchise, a move that could echo into the postseason and beyond. So keep your eyes peeled, Commanders Nation, because big things are brewing, and this move might just be the key to unlocking a new chapter of success for your team. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Are you excited about the prospect of Joe Mixon joining the team? Do you believe he can be the spark that pushes Washington into playoff contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise, and your voice is what makes this community so special. Let's keep the discussion going and hope for the best, because if this move happens, it could be the start of an exciting new chapter for the Washington Commanders.